So today we're actually going to work on a service section, right? On how you can actually build it using Elementor page builder on WordPress. This is gonna be easy and simple, and all you need is about 30 minutes of your time, and we can get into the details. So the only things which you need, right, is to have your WordPress website running and a page builder called Elementor, and you can actually use free resources such as Adobe Firefly to generate your images, which we can actually use on your project. So at the end of the video, right, or even within the video, I'm gonna produce a link for you where you can actually download this template of what I've worked on, and I think it will be easier for you to dive in and use. So this is Mbonisi. Let's begin the tutorial. So the first thing which we need to do is to actually create a page, right? Then afterwards we have to name our page, let's say services, for example, but this will be a home page. Then I click publish twice. Then I come here where it says edit with Elementor. So inside this section, right, what I want to do is to actually click on page settings so that I can remove this title. So page settings, and I come here where it says hide title. Then I can actually publish. The next thing which I want to do right now is actually create a section. Then I'm gonna select a flex box, and will be what the first one of our choice, right? So after doing that, right, so we want to define our shape here. So I'm actually gonna give it a height of about let's say 800 pixels. Then I need to give a color. So for me, I'm gonna choose a dark blue as a color of my choice. So in order to do that, I'm gonna give the background a color. So classic, come here where it says color. Then I'm gonna go and look for a blue. So I've pasted my color code. So I want to actually add different sections here, right? Like containers. So the first thing which I'm gonna do, right, is to add this container first of all. Then I can duplicate this one to have two containers. The first one is gonna have information about the section title, and then there will be boxes which is gonna contain the elements. So I'm gonna start by putting what a text there. Then on the second container, I'm gonna add a container. As you can notice, I'm gonna actually duplicate it 3 times, for example. All right, then I'm gonna highlight on the outer container, which you can see here. Click it on it. Then on the left side of the screen, I'm gonna go where it says direction of the contents in the container, going horizontally. Now we've got something on. So we want to give these containers a certain color, right? So the first thing which I can actually do is actually go under style. After clicking on the container, go where it says style, and then under background, we're gonna select a background type called classic, and we're gonna put white. Then I want to add a certain height to this, right? So I'm gonna click layout. Then I'm gonna put at least 300 something, let's say 365 or a 360, right? Size of the container, right? After doing so, right, we want to make this container have some rounded edges. So to do that, you go back. After selecting the container, you go back where it says style, then you go where it says border, then there's a border radius, and I can actually put my border radius to be 20 pixels. Now you can see the difference here by actually leaving. Okay, you see that's the difference. Then I'm gonna copy this style, right? Copy, and I want to paste the styles which you've done on the second container and on the other container, just like that. So to make also this text white, right, we click on the text style and give a text a color white, right? And we're gonna call this section our services, just like that. So now we've done the major things, but what I like to do, right, most of the time is either I click on this edit container, go under layout, or put just 5 things on the center, just like that, right? So that it will be centered. Or I can actually remove it, go under advanced, do my adjustment, manual adjustment, put 10. I click here to unlink. At the top, I put a value of 50. At the bottom, 50, giving us some space. So I'm gonna come here, right? Then I can actually center this, right? By actually clicking on just highlighting or clicking on it. Go on style, center, and then we can change it to typography or the font of the text. Click on here. I can actually increase the weight of how bold the text is, just like that. Then I can actually give it a size. 25 is not enough. I'm gonna go until I found a size which I want, maybe 40, right? 40 pixels. Then I'm gonna click publish. Then I'm gonna come here and view and preview and see how it looks like. This is how it looks like, right? And we're gonna check on how it looks like on a mobile phone. This is how it looks like on a mobile phone, right? Yep. Okay, there we go. But I need some space here. This is space, right? But I need more space. How do I go about it? I go back here, right? To have space, right, between these containers, right, we have to deal with the outside container, which is containing everything, right? Then I'm gonna go where it says layout, then go where it says gaps. Then I can actually even unlink it if I want, or link it. I can increase that to maybe 30, right? The moment I do that in the publish, right, and if you go under this page, refresh, you see the space has been added, just like I want it to be. So now we're going to deal with the contents of every shape, right? So I want to add a container which will have an image, in the container which will have text, right? So come here, drag and drop the container, put it here, do the same, duplicate here, then voila, we've got it. So this is the container which I'm gonna put images. So for now, what I want to do, right, I can click on it, go under style, go under background type. This is how I do it. You can maybe you might find anything else. Maybe I put an image about maybe someone studying, like this one. Then I can select. Then we're gonna make some editings here so that at least something which we are using here is going to be used universally across our designs, right? I'm going to click here, right, to still we are highlighted. Come on this section on the left side of the screen. There's a section which says display size. I want it to cover, right, the container, and there's no repeat and attachment. Okay, position, I can maybe say center, right? Then if I publish, you see an error which will happen that it will make it feel weird. I'm gonna refresh here, you see, because the container does not have any height. So go back, come on this container which has an image, go under layout. We can actually give it a height of I can choose 180, 200, you choose which one you should want. So let's say a 180. Let me put it on 180, right? Just like that. Then I can actually publish. The moment I publish and I go and view, right, you'll see there will be the changes. Now the image is actually covering some spaces, right, which is good. Since I've added a padding, right, some curvy edges, right, what I can do is click on this container, do the same, go under style, then go under border, then come here, and maybe I'm gonna put 15 pixels, right, just like that. But this image is close to the container's body, right, of which I want to change that. I'm gonna come here, right, then I go under advanced, then I'm gonna put some padding so that there's space in between this container and the outside container. So let's put 20 and see how it goes. So with 20, it looks a bit fine on a desktop version. Publish, go and preview, refresh, even it looks nice on the mobile phone. It's acceptable. So then we go back. Then now on this second container, right, I'm gonna add information. So I'm gonna come here. So I want to add information, right? It's either I have a heading inside and the text to show what this is about. I can actually come and put text here. Then we have our text. If we want to put the heading, we can drag and drop and put a heading here, right? But if we put a heading just like that, right, we need to actually decrease the font size of that heading to be at least something acceptable, maybe 18. But this heading is not in the container, right? So we have to actually come and put it within the container so that things are well aligned. So we have our heading. So this section, right, I'm gonna define a heading, right? So more like our interactive online courses, right? Just like that. I can actually come and see whether I want it to whether I want to increase the weight of the just like that. Then I can actually come on and delete this. Why? Because I'm gonna duplicate what we have just done. It's much easier to work like that. Come here, duplicate, right? Then what I want to do, right, for responsiveness, right, which is gonna affect the tablet version and the mobile version. So mostly the tablet version, right? I'm gonna come here, right? Then each container I'm gonna define it with a certain amount of percentage, right? Come here, go under what layout. 100% is fine for a desktop version, right? But we can actually have a fallback where I can actually put maybe let's say 33, right? After doing so, come under advanced, then I can make the shape grow to fill the space. I can actually come and copy here. So what I'm doing, right, is this. Let's say I come here, right? Let's say I want to add another container with information. It's gonna be like this. It's gonna start filling all the gap and it's gonna look weird. The reason why I'm giving a certain percentage here, right, on the container is that if I put 3, so the whole, if we say the whole container here is 100%, right? So in order for me to put things in, right, 3 containers in each in each container, right, I need to have 33 or 30. Yeah, because if you add 30 times 3 is gonna maybe reach out to what, to 200, close to 190 something, but 100. So let's come and see what is gonna happen. Copy this, then paste. You see, it's getting weird. Paste. You see, it's getting weird. It's getting out of hand, and I'm gonna paste the style. Look at this. So whenever it goes like this, I need the other container to start another line. So 33 is not good enough. So what I can put is, I'm gonna put 30, for example. Come here, copy. The reason why I'm saying everything like this, right, is that you start to understand that over time you make things easier for you. The moment I put 30, right, you see the 30 is actually contained in this container, which is kind of like imaginary dotted line. I hope you see that. I'm gonna come here and paste the same thing, right? But this is going out of hand. So in order to do that, we are going to introduce wrapping the information, right, which most of you have learned in CSS. So under layout, I'm gonna go where it says wrap. Then I'm gonna say what? Wrap. That means it will start to another page. So this is gonna be weird. So I have to actually define that I need to have 6 containers or any number so that everything flow well. So now I've got 6 containers and it's now looking a bit better, right? Then I say publish. So now we think maybe we're finished, but the contents of each container is not yet done, right? We can actually come here and actually I want to add another section. So I've got this information set aside, right, of which some of you can actually use ChatGPT to generate the text. So I'm gonna also come here. I'm gonna do the rest of this part. So here I want to add a certificate program. So I want to add image, right? So let's go and see which image. We're gonna put this lady holding a certificate. Then I'm gonna go on the next site, live tutor support. We need to find an image which we've downloaded about someone who's supporting via the computer. That, and paste people who are in a community, just like that. Then I'm gonna publish it, right? Then I'm gonna come here and refresh and see, wow, right? We're gonna refresh, and we've left this part where we need to fill in the information. So so what I need to do next is actually edit this information, come like this and publish. Then I can come here, refresh, and this is how it will look on your mobile phone. So you can actually click on the link and it will redirect you and see how this page looks like. We can actually, to make these things aligned, right, the text aligned well, right, maybe if you choose to, you can actually come here and go under advanced, then we clear all the padding which is available, then click publish. Now we want to make this responsive on a tablet version. Look how weird it looks like. Remember what we've done at the first part, right? So because these are 6 containers, right, they can be grouped in twos. What am I saying? I'm gonna come and do this. Come here, go under pick, after selecting the container, right, go under your left side of the screen and go under edit layout, then percentage, and I'm gonna put what, 45. Okay, then I can actually what, this is fine, grow is okay. Then I can come here, copy and paste it here. Then I can do the same again. All I can just do is paste it. Where did I get it? I just copy, because I've done this, right? I'm copying the style, copy it. Then I can come here and start pasting it so that they have the same flow, and paste it. So to some of you who might think maybe the image is big, right? If you think the image is big, right, on this version, you can actually come on the layout and change these values of the height of the container, which has images. But if you do this, you see everything is just contained properly on the tablet. Then I can publish. From the mobile phone, let's see how it looks. On the mobile phone, it really looks okay. There's nothing much to complain about. Everything is flowing. So in case if you want to add buttons, right, to be able to add buttons, right, so that the person will be able to interact with the whole thing. Or you can actually come here and go under additional options, then click on what, HTML tag, then you call it, you put a link, so that whenever a person clicks on the image, right, it goes to a certain page which you want. But no, that's not what I want. You can actually come here and add a button, and becomes longer. And how will it look on the mobile phone is it becomes longer. After adding a button, right, you can actually maybe add the same style which you want to use, which is being used on the on the whole thing. So to add a color to a button, I'm gonna come here and then I'm gonna click this to pick a color. Then I'm gonna use the same color which I've used, and then I can come on the contents, come here, click more, or I can actually use small letters, more info, right, just like that. Then I can actually come on the style. If I want, I can actually work on the typography and space the letters in this way. And maybe I can give a the size of the text of that which is in the container. Then I can leave it like this. So if you want to do the same, right, you can just click here, duplicate, and put the button in all the other containers on the website. So well, all I can say is thank you for watching, and I hope this video was a bit useful to you, and it showed you the possibility of creating certain sections with WordPress with Elementor. So if you need the same thing, right, but maybe you might not get the image, I don't know, I'm gonna come here, right? Then I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna save as a template, right? Then I'm gonna name my template. I'm gonna say services section, right? By Mbonisi, right? By Mbonisi. Then I can actually what? Save it. If I want to make cloud templates, well, it will be nice, but I can save it. Then I'll be able to actually export it, right? And you'll be able to see it on the link provided. Well, cheers. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.